6:02 if you're just joining us this Wednesday morning, and discounts have always been one of the perks of working retail or in the service industry. But the money employees save could soon be taxed as income.
That proposal by the federal government, though, is being received very harshly. A lot of criticism. Josh Diaz reports.
Kyle Linskog has worked at Off Axis in Regina for the last 4 years and has been a snowboarder for even longer. He says one of the biggest perks of his job is the employee discount.
A full-time discount, we do 40% on general in-store clothing, and then obviously hard goods, there's a little bit of a different discount just depending on what you're looking at.
But for Linskog, along with millions of other Canadians, his employee discounts could soon come with some strings attached. In the Canadian Revenue Agency's latest tax folio, employee discounts will now be taxed as a form of income. Previously, the tax was only applied to a discount if the employee received merchandise at below cost. Now, any discount given to an employee and not the public will be taxed. In a quote from the Minister of National Revenue, "Our goal is to make sure the agency does not impose additional administrative burdens on businesses." But Todd McKay, Prairie Director of the Canadian Taxpayers Federation, says this tax reform will make it harder for small business owners.
If they put a bigger paperwork burden, particularly on small business people, they're just not going to provide this benefit. So the employee loses, the business loses because they can't do something nice for their employee, and the government loses because they're not going to get the tax burden on nothing is nothing. As for
Linskog, he sees the employee discount as essential in the world of retail.
Working in a field like this, you don't get the greatest of pay as you would working elsewhere, so it's a little bit tough to afford the general things you're going to be buying regularly anyways, like clothes, shoes, just anything basically someone needs to live, and that discount is meant to make it easier for us to be able to do that.
The new rules are expected to kick in January 1st, but the tax folio is now being reviewed by the National Revenue Minister. Hot on the heels of the new proposed corporate tax changes, this new discount tax reform has already given businesses and employees a lot to think about. In what has already been a highly anticipated tax folio, the federal government says they will continue to review and evaluate their changes and that nothing has been set in stone.